Hi, my name's Desiree, and I want to help you be stronger, healthier, and more flexible.
Welcome to our new at-home workouts designed to help you stay active at home using just a stick. You can use any number of sticks. Be sure if you're using something like this to remove the head to prevent any uneven weight. I like these exercises because they allow me to stay active in a small area. And when we're training our bodies, consistency is key. Throughout these videos, I'm going to be using a board like this just to show you the name of the exercise, suggested rep ranges and set ranges with a minimum of twice a week, and also let's try tos of things to focus on, and the body parts that are being worked and what that helps. So let's try and meet the physical activity guidelines for Americans. Along with your regular 30 minutes of hiking, walking, or gardening, you can perform these exercises every other day for a minimum of twice a week. Hi everyone, I'm Desiree, and welcome to Session 1, Exercise 1 of our new videos designed to help you stay active at home using only a stick. Be sure if you're using something like this to remove the head to prevent any uneven weight. All right, let's get started with our first exercise. Elbows up. So we're going to be standing nice and tall with our feet shoulders distance apart, and we're going to be grabbing our stick with a wide grip, putting one arm up in the air, one arm straight out to the side. All right, to begin the exercise, you're going to be keeping the stick close to your body and bringing your elbows up. It's important while you do this to think bringing your elbows straight up and keeping the stick nice and close to your body. From the side, this exercise works your shoulders and your back and is really good for pulling out the trash. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome back to exercise 2 of session 1 with our sticks. Be sure if you're using something like this to remove the head again, so no uneven weight. All right, we're going to be doing the overhead press. This exercise is really good for your arms, your shoulders, and your chest. It'll really help when you're reaching. So today, I want us all to think reaching to the sky. All right. To begin this exercise, we're going to be standing with our feet shoulder distance apart, taking our bar with our wide grip, and starting behind our head. If this position is uncomfortable for you, you can also be in front of your head. So, we're going to begin from here and press to the sky. Think pressing straight up to the sky, standing nice and tall. From the side, straight up to the sky. From the front, straight up to the sky. Try to do this exercise for 5 to 12 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets, whatever's comfortable for you. Thank you. Hey everyone, and welcome back to exercise 3, quarter squat to elbows up. This is a great exercise for your shoulders, your back, your core, and your legs to help you squat down and pick heavy objects up. To begin this exercise, we're going to be starting with our feet shoulder distance apart and our toes slightly pointed out. And when we squat down, we want our knees to follow our toes. When we squat, we also want to make sure that we unlock our hips and squat like we're sitting in a chair by unlocking, squatting like we're sitting in a chair. So to begin the exercise, we're going to take our wide grip, our shoulder distance stance. We're going to start in a quarter squat, and we're going to stand and bring our elbows straight up. quarter squat, stand, bringing our elbows straight up. From the side, quarter squat to elbows up. Keeping the stick nice and close to our body. Quarter squat to elbows up. Try to do 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets. See you next one. Hi everyone, and welcome back to exercise 4 of session 1 with our sticks. This next exercise is elbows up to overhead press. This is great for working your shoulders, your arms, your back, and your chest. It's also really good for getting heavy objects up and pressing them overhead. To begin the exercise, we're going to be taking our wide grip, standing shoulder distance apart, up nice and tall, looking straight ahead. And we're going to be bringing our elbows up and press to the sky. Again, elbows up and press to the sky for 1 rep. Elbows up and press to the sky. We want to try to focus on keeping the stick close to our body and pressing straight up to the sky. Close to our body and straight up to the sky. Try to do 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome to our last exercise of this session, exercise 5, quarter squat to press, to overhead press. All right, this is a great exercise for your shoulders, your arms, for your chest, your core, and your legs. So it really helps you if you gotta squat down and get up off the floor. To begin this exercise, we're gonna start with our feet shoulder distance apart, and we're gonna actually start by going into a squat with the bar behind our head or in front if you need. When we squat, we want to make sure that we unlock our hips and squat like we're sitting in a chair, so that way our knees don't go in front of our toes. So to begin the exercise, we're going to quarter squat and press to the sky. Quarter squat and press to the sky. From the side, quarter squat with our knees following our toes and press to the sky. Quarter squat and press to the sky. All right, try to do 5 to 12 reps of this, 2 to 3 sets, and try to do all of these twice a week if you can. Hope to see you next time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to session 2, exercise 1 of our at-home workouts with a stick. Be sure that if you're coming in at session 2 to go back and repeat session 1 until you feel comfortable with those movements to progress. And if you're using a stick like this, be sure to remove the head to prevent any uneven weight. All right, let's go on to exercise 1. All right everyone, let's start exercise 1, overhead press from prone. If this position is uncomfortable for you, just know that you can also do wide grip overhead presses from the front or behind the head, standing. All right, this exercise is really good for your shoulders, your arms, your chest, and your back, similar to all of the groups that we've been working. And it's really gonna help with your shoulder mobility. So while we're down there, let's try to pinch our shoulder blades together like there's a pencil. Okay, let's start. Going into prone position, being nice and straight and looking straight down. And we're going to grab our stick with a wide grip and start from behind our head and press straight out and back. Straight out, pinching our shoulder blades and back. Straight out and back. Try to repeat this exercise for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. Hey everyone, welcome back to session 2, exercise 2, quarter squat to elbows up. This exercise is really good for your shoulders, your back, your core, and your legs. That's really good for, those snowy California days and pulling on your boots. All right, to get started with this exercise, you take your wide grip and you're going to be starting in a quarter squat with your feet shoulder distance apart, toes slightly pointed out. And as you squat, you want your knees to follow your toes and stay behind your toes. And then we're going to squat up and bring our elbows up, keeping the bar close to our body. From the side, squatting like we're sitting in a chair, standing and bringing our elbows straight up. Try to do this exercise 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to exercise 3 of session 2. Wide grip, elbows up to press to the sky and quarter squat. This exercise is really great for our shoulders, our arms, our chest, our back, our core, and our legs, similar to a lot of the movements we've been doing, which is really helpful to help you keep balance with your arms or weight overhead, especially when squatting. To begin this exercise, we're going to be taking a wide grip with our stick and starting at our hips. Our feet are going to be shoulder distance apart. Our knees will follow our toes when we're squatting, and our toes are slightly pointed out. We're going to bring our elbows straight up, keeping the bar close to our body, pressing to the sky, and sitting into our quarter squat, and back up. Elbows up, press to the sky, and quarter squat. From the side, elbows up, and press to the sky, and quarter squat. Try to do this exercise for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to exercise 4 of session 2. Overhead press from front or behind the head while holding a quarter squat. This exercise is really good for working our shoulders, our arms, our chest, our core, and our legs. Oh, and our back. So a lot of all the similar muscle groups that we've already been working on. But really it will allow us to strengthen our squat, like our squat position and mobility with our arms overhead. So to begin this exercise, you're going to be standing shoulder distance apart with your toes slightly pointed out. And when you squat, you want to keep your knees from going beyond your toes and have the bar in front of your head or behind your head. And then you're going to press for 1 rep, 2 rep, and back up. Try to do 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets. And here's also from the side, keeping our torso as upright as possible and our chest proud. See you on the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome to our last exercise, exercise 5 of session 2, low planks. We're gonna put our sticks down for a second. This is really the bread and butter of core exercises. It's gonna really strengthen our whole trunk here, which helps us protect our back and other things when we're doing everyday tasks. All right, let's get started. So we're going to be getting in a plank position, and when we're down there, we want to focus on looking straight at the ground, keeping our neck nice and neutral. Also, that our shoulder is over our elbow. Okay. And form a C with your hands. Okay. While here, our body will more or less be parallel to the floor, our back nice and straight, and we want to have our hips tucked in, meaning bringing our belt buckle towards our chest. Yeah. Hold your planks for 15 to 45 seconds and try to do 2 to 3 sets. And do this twice a week. Hope to see you on the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to session 3, exercise 1 of our at-home workouts with the stick. As before, make sure that for these exercises we remove the head of our stick to prevent any uneven weight. Also, go back and repeat the previous sessions until you're comfortable with the movement patterns, until moving on with these new ones, twice a week with the suggested reps and sets. All right, let's get started. All right, so for exercise 1, we're going to be standing nice and tall with our feet shoulder distance apart, and we're actually grabbing the bar different this time with a shoulder grip. So about shoulder distance, you're going to be grabbing the bar. For this, we're actually starting up at our shoulders, and the exercise is elbows back to elbows through. So for this exercise, we want to focus on bringing our elbows as far forward as possible, using your chin to help keep your stick down, and straight back, and forward, and back. These elbow rotations are really good to help stretch our shoulders and all of our upper, and really getting into this position. From the side, up at the shoulder, and we're bringing our elbows through and back for 1 rep, and through and straight back for 2. Try to do this 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to exercise 2 of session 3. Elbows up to elbows through. This exercise is really great for working our shoulders and our back, and also enforcing that mobility we just learned. All right, so we're going to be standing nice and tall with our feet shoulder distance apart and grabbing the stick with a shoulder grip. We're going to be pulling our elbows straight up and pulling the stick up our body, keeping it nice and close, putting our elbows through. Elbows straight up and elbows through. Elbows straight up and elbows through. From the side, elbows straight up, keeping the bar close to our body, and through. Elbows straight up and through. Try to do this exercise for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. See you in the next one. Okay, ready? Also, just a side note, this exercise is really good when you're lifting dogs and kids in your arms. Thanks, please. Hey everyone, and welcome back to exercise 3 of session 2, an overhead press from our shoulder. For this exercise, you're going to be starting with your feet shoulder distance apart. Oh, and by the way, this exercise is really good for your shoulders, your arms, and your chest. Really helpful for lifting up that heavy laundry maybe in the cupboard and you just got to get it up there. Really good for that. All right, moving on. Grabbing our stick with the shoulder distance, our feet shoulder distance, standing nice and tall, and we're going to be starting from our shoulders. And we're just going to be pressing straight up to the sky and back down for 1. Straight up to the sky and back down for 2. From the side, starting at our shoulders and straight up to the sky. Trying to pinch our shoulder blades together as we're pressing to the sky like there's a pencil there. Cool. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, for this next exercise, exercise number 4, we're going to be squatting with the bar over our head and shoulder distance to a quarter squat. This is a great full body exercise again for our shoulders, our arms, our chest, our core, our legs, and our back, which is really going to help you also stabilize and squat without relying on your arms for balance. So to begin this exercise, we're going to be standing with our feet shoulder distance apart and grabbing our stick with our shoulder grip. And we're actually going to begin with it overhead. We want to make sure that we're sitting into our squat and keeping our knees behind our toes and also following our toes. And back up for 1. From the side, squatting like we're sitting in a chair, keeping our arms up to the sky, and back up. Try to also keep your torso as upright as possible. And 3. All right, see you in the next one. Oh, and also just a reminder, try to do 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, whatever is comfortable. And also work into your squat as deep as you can while keeping your knees from going in front of your toes and your arms straight up to the sky. Okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to our last exercise of this series, exercise 5, quarter squat to press. Quarter squat to overhead press. You can start from behind your neck or in front, and it's a quarter squat to overhead press. This is a really great exercise for your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your core, and your legs, which will really help you just get up out of the bed in the morning. It's really nice. All right, so starting from behind your head if you can with your feet shoulder distance apart, we're going to be squatting into a quarter squat with our knees following our toes and staying in front of our toes, and then coming up and pressing to the sky. Squatting down, up and pressing to the sky. From the side, squatting down, pressing up to the sky. Okay, see you in the next one. Let's try to do 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. Thank you. Hey everyone, and welcome back to session 4, exercise 1 of our at-home workouts with a stick. Be sure to go back and repeat the previous sessions twice a week until you're more comfortable with those movement patterns and feel comfortable on progressing. If we're using something like this, be sure to remove the weight for any uneven leverage. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so for exercise 1, we're going to be doing wide grip from the hip, elbows up to overhead press. This is a really great exercise for your shoulders, your arms, your chest, and your back, which is really kind of helpful for just pulling on your pants. All right, so let's get started. Starting with our feet, shoulder distance apart, standing nice and tall and looking ahead. We're going to grab our stick with a wide grip and start at our hips. We're going to bring our elbows straight up and press to the sky. From the side, we're bringing our elbows straight up, keeping the bar close to our body and pressing to the sky. Straight up and press to the sky. All right, see you in the next one. Oh, and also be sure to repeat this exercise 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. Hey everyone, and welcome to our second exercise, wide grip quarter squat to overhead press. You can also do this from the front. This is a really great exercise for your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your core, and your legs. Really good if you have some kids and squatting down and picking them up and throwing them in the air. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. We're going to be taking a wide grip starting behind our head, and we want our feet to be shoulder distance apart with our toes slightly pointed out. And we want to sit into our squat like a chair, keeping our knees following our toes and behind our toes. And then squat up and press to the sky. And back down and press to the sky for 2. And 3. From the side and from the front if you need, we're squatting and pressing to the sky. Squatting, pressing to the sky. See you in the next one. Try to do this exercise for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. See you in the next one. All right, and welcome to exercise 3. A shoulder grip, elbows up to elbows through, and a quarter squat. This exercise is really great for our shoulders, for our back, for our core, and our legs. And it'll really help you hold objects to you and squat down with them. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna be taking our stick with the shoulder distance grip, and we're gonna be starting at our hip with our feet shoulder distance apart, toes slightly pointed out. And as we pull our elbows up, we wanna bring our elbows straight up and keep the stick close to our body and put our elbows through and sit into our squat like a chair, keeping our knees following our toes and behind our toes. From the side, we're bringing our elbows straight up and through and squat. Elbows straight up and through and squat. Do this exercise for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. See you in the next one. All right, welcome to exercise 4, behind the head, shoulder grip, quarter squat, and hinge. This is a really great exercise for our core and our legs, specifically our hamstrings. It helps stretch and work them, which makes hinging motions in general a lot more efficient. To begin this exercise, we're going to be grabbing our stick with a shoulder grip, and we're going to be starting behind our head. When we start to initiate this movement, we want to unlock our knees and squat just to about a quarter squat, and then we're going to hinge forward, stretching our hamstrings, keeping our back straight and our chest proud, and back, hinging forward. Little squat and hinge, feeling that hamstring stretch, and back up. Try to do this exercise for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. See you at the next one. All right, everybody, for our last exercise, we're going to put our sticks down and revisit some planks. While we're doing these, let's be sure to keep our hips nice and tucked in. Think bringing your belt buckle to your chest. So then this whole trunk is nice and solid. All right. This is really the bread and butter of core exercises. It's going to really strengthen our whole trunk here, which helps us protect our back and other things when we're doing everyday tasks. All right, let's get started. So we're going to be getting in a plank position, and when we're down there, we want to focus on looking straight at the ground, keeping our neck nice and neutral. Also, that our shoulder is over our elbow. Okay. And form a C with your hands. Okay. While here, our body will more or less be parallel to the floor, our back nice and straight, and we want to have our hips tucked in, meaning bringing our belt buckle towards our chest. Yeah. Hold your planks for 15 to 45 seconds and try to do 2 to 3 sets. And do this twice a week. Hope to see you on the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to session 5. These next exercises are going to be taking it up a notch with our sticks. So be sure that you stay hydrated and eat before you work out. And also go back to the previous sessions and repeat those until you're comfortable with the movement patterns before moving forward. Also, if you're using something like this, be sure to remove the head for any uneven weight. All right, let's begin.
Alrighty, everyone, I'm going to be doing a voiceover for these next exercises. Our first exercise is a wide grip from the hip, quarter squat to elbows up to overhead press to quarter squat. This is a really great exercise for our shoulders, our arms, our back, our core, and our legs, and helps to coordinate the strength in the movement patterns we've already been learning. To begin, we're taking a wide grip with the bar and standing with our feet shoulder distance apart with our toes slightly pointed out. Going into a squat, we're going to be bringing our elbows up and standing and pressing to the sky and re-squatting. So again, from the squat, stand to elbows up and press and squat. Try to keep our knees behind our toes and following our toes. And we're going to be doing this exercise for 2 to 3 sets of 5 to 12 reps twice a week. We also want to try to work on making our motions nice and fluid. Alrighty everyone, moving on to exercise 2. We're going to be doing a wide grip from the top of our head up on our toes, a small jump out and overhead press, landing in a quarter squat. This exercise is really good for our full body and also helps us work on our balance, our coordination, and our power in all the movements that we've been learning. Alrighty, so to begin, we're standing shoulder distance apart with our toes slightly pointed out. And when we squat, we want to keep our toes in front of our knees and also have our knees follow our toes. So we're beginning up on toes, and we're pressing the sky, hopping out, and squatting. In our hop, we want to work on landing soft with small little hops out to the side. So up on toes, jumping out, and pressing to the sky. Try to do this exercise for 4 to 8 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. Here's also again from the front, on top of the head, up on toes, hop out, and quarter squat. See you next time. Alrighty everyone, moving on to exercise 3, shoulder grip. In front of your head, quarter squat. This is a really great exercise for your core and your legs, and it's going to help you squat with weight in your arms, like holding groceries and squatting to grab the keys. So we're starting shoulder distance apart with our feet, toes slightly pointed out, shoulder grip, up at our shoulder, and we're just going to be squatting down. And we're making sure that our knees follow our toes and that they're staying behind our toes. We also want to try to keep our back straight and our torso as upright as possible with our chest proud. Try to do this for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets. See you in the next one. Alrighty, moving on to our 4th exercise, shoulder grip from the front of our head at our shoulders, overhead press while holding quarter squat. This exercise is really great for your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your core, and your legs. And as before in previous sessions, it really does help strengthen our squat position and start opening us up to be more mobile. So we're starting with our feet shoulder distance apart, and we're going to squat into a quarter squat, keeping our knees behind our toes and following our toes. And you're going to hold that quarter squat position, and you're going to press to the sky. You want to keep your torso as upright as possible with your chest proud, and press to the sky, keeping our back nice and straight. Try to do this 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, twice a week. See you in the next one. All right, everyone. Hey, and welcome to exercise 5. Awesome job making it all the way here. We're going to be doing shoulder grip from front or behind head, quarter squat to overhead press. This is a really great exercise, again, for our whole body, our shoulders, our arms, our chest, our core, and our legs. And it's going to help us move more efficiently, which is going to decrease our injury risk. All right, to start, we're standing shoulder distance apart, toes slightly pointed out, knees following toes into our squat, and we're squatting down and pressing up to the sky. Squatting down, keeping our knees behind our toes, and pressing up to the sky. squatting down, and pressing up. Try to do this for 5 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, 2 times a week. And try to repeat all these sessions in a cycle, in fact, 2 to 3 times a week. It was really awesome hanging with you guys. Here's some last clips to show you some potential with your stick in the full range of motion of that overhead squat. And also what it can look like when you add a barbell. It was really awesome having this opportunity to work with all of you. Good luck, and I hope to see you out there.